Whoever would have guessed that this movie would be the one that gets me back to making reviews? I didn't. I didn't expect to even see this movie in theaters at all. Welcome back, everyone, to the Coalition of Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and it is finally time to do another movie review. My goodness, it has been forever. Did I make any in January? I don't think so. I think I just did Star Wars and then an unboxing, a Blu-ray unboxing. You should go watch that. That was a lot of fun to make. I might make another one this month, maybe. Who knows? But today we are talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the sequel to Venom. Right there. I have it. I own it. I don't like it. Oh my goodness. It's such a mixed feeling movie for me, that first one. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know Venom that well. I haven't watched a lot of Venom. Really, my only experience with Venom is the Raimi trilogy and the Brian Michael Bendis run of Guardians of the Galaxy where Venom ends up joining the Guardians. I like him in that. I just didn't have a lot of experience beforehand, so I don't really know these villains. I don't really know, like, Eddie Brock as a character, Venom as a character before these movies. And in Spider-Man 3, it's not the best, but I don't mind it. I don't know. I don't mind Spider-Man 3. I kind of like it. I don't like the bar scene in that movie. But we're not talking about that movie. We're talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which is worse than the first movie. I don't know if Andy Serkis can direct a movie well, is the big thing. This movie feels so empty for its runtime. Everything seems easy for these characters. The first act is so messy. It feels like there's so many scenes that were cut from this first act, and it just speeds through it so quickly. Things happen so fast at the beginning. And then when the second act hits, that all takes place in like 3 days. But it's really inconsistent on what the characters have been doing those 3 days. In reference towards the villain side of it, we pretty much know what the heroes are up to, sorta. This movie is too short, but I'm also really glad it's the length it is, because then I would have had to sit through more of a worse movie. And I appreciate the small runtime. They should have just written a different movie. This is not the movie they should have made. I had about a half full theater, and maybe I was the one that laughed the hardest at some point. Like, I did chuckle at this movie occasionally, but I didn't belly laugh like I have with the MCU films. I don't need to. If you're gonna make a comedy that's a superhero movie as well, I'm gonna judge it with those MCU films who pretty much have their comedic stuff on lock, and I really like what they do with their comedy. This movie didn't work in the comedy sense. The drama felt like this is the same stuff that we just went through in the first movie at the end, so why are we hashing it through an entire another hour and a half movie later? Michelle Williams feels so underutilized in this movie. That's one of my gripes with the first one, but I felt like, why is she in this movie other than a setup at the beginning, which is really out of nowhere, and she's so mean in this scene, like, it doesn't make sense. And then she's in the rest of the movie as, like, a damsel in distress, sort of helping Eddie Brock in, like, the second act. Her arc in the first movie is, like, you think she can't, like, be a hero person and, like, get in this tough situation, which she does somehow by figuring out how to emit, like, the huge sound frequencies in the first movie. That movie didn't make sense. This movie didn't make sense. I don't know. It's just not great. What's good in this movie is Tom Hardy. He's great reacting to a voice that's in his head that's yelling at him or saying dumb shit to him. I just don't get the character of Eddie Brock as much. Is he supposed to be this comedic? I just don't know if this movie's made for me, not having known these characters, but also the movie should be able to develop these characters to where I understand who they are. Cletus Cassidy, I know he's a serial killer, but I don't understand, like, Carnage? Why does Carnage want to kill his father? Why is Venom so afraid of a red one? They put that in the trailer. But I don't understand what makes a red one so cooler or scarier than the first one. In the first movie, we at least understand that Riot comes with weapons. He's a weaponized symbiote because he's the one in charge, so he gets to have all the cool stuff. And Venom is not the cool one. He's like a really lowlife. He's a loser, that he says. And in this movie, we never get an explanation why Venom is so afraid of a red one. Or Carnage's power stuff doesn't make sense. Shriek isn't Shriek, and Naomi Harris, who's a very talented actress, is so iconic as Tia Dalma in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise that I just kept seeing Tia Dalma on this screen. And it didn't help that the way they had her hair done, her eyes are just so infectious on a screen that, like, it just looked like she was Tia Dalma the whole time. That's what I thought. The action in the third act was fine. I think it was a little over-edited, maybe too fast. I don't want to go into spoilers, but a lot of this third act is really rushed. I like the gothic vibes it gives off with them in the church and the lighting, but again, in the dark, and it looks like it's like daytime outside, but then it's nighttime when we exit the church. I don't know. It's the weird lighting of like the glass in a church, and you have a light coming through it. So it makes it look like that's the sun. But then it's nighttime, and it's extra weird. I didn't like this movie. I give it a 6 out of 10, I think. I don't remember what I give the first one. On my Instagram, I do story reviews. Like, I just write down what my thoughts are after seeing the movie. And I did it for Venom after I watched it. So here's that image on the screen right now. I don't know if I liked it more or less than this one. I forget what grade it is, but I'm sticking with my 6 for this movie. I really didn't enjoy it. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Did you like it? Did you hate it as much as I did? Is it the worst movie with Venom we've ever seen? Let me know. And if you like this video, give a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I hope to be making a bunch of videos this month of October. I feel a lot of momentum going into this month. My energy is high to make videos, and I think I'm in the mood for it. So let's hope this month is really good. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye! This movie was so choppy that I feel like that affected my review of it, where my thoughts are so choppy, and I just don't know what's going on with this movie. I'm gonna have to own it at some point for my Blu-ray collection. Since I have the first movie, why would I not have what is included in a franchise? And I mean, that mid-credit scene is super important. The only reason anyone should see this movie is for that mid-credit scene. I don't know if it's enjoyable. It's just fine. I don't know. If you liked it, I'm glad you did. Entertainment is great as long as someone likes it. Doesn't mean it's good, but I don't know. I'm gonna end the video now.